Hood politics this week in the show on the news. In the show, do we squabble or not to squabble? That is the question. On November 4th, California has to make the decision, November 4th being Sean Carter's birthday, if we are going to redistrict or not. Now, I ain't got an answer for you. If politics were as hood as I think they are, we know what the answer would be from the neighborhood. But, hey, you live by your code. What does your code call you to do? I don't have an answer for you. On the Friday edition, we're going to cover If You Could Ask an Endling from the new poetry book, The Beautiful Endling. And I think the endlings we would like to ask would be the members of the CDC. Like, bro, what is we supposed to... How do we know what we put in our body? On the news, in a world where gravity works, this would be the only thing we would be talking about. But yet another mass shooting during a mass. The wordplay is so disgusting. Mr. J.D. Vance and them sending out their thoughts and prayers, to which Minnesota responded they were literally praying when the shooting happened. Minnesota can't catch no break because, again, were gravity working normally and our nervous systems could handle one thing at a time, we would be reminded that a congressperson in Minnesota was assassinated. Y'all remember, that's this year. That happened this year. Lil homie that was shooting it up had all kind of Nazi markings and Russian writings and all kind of just the weirdest, most disgusting corners of the internet homie was a part of. All Cash Patel and them could talk about is the possibility that this person might be trans. This person had filed a name change. So the conclusion they drawing is that trans people is crazy. Now, let me ask you this. Y'all remember that white lady that was on CNN a few days ago that was trying to make the point that only 2% of white people during chattel slavery actually owned slaves? As ridiculous and misleading as that statistic is, what was her point? Not all white people are responsible for the actions of a few white people. Word? That's the point you making? But you felt the need to tell me that homie that shot up this church was possibly trans. That's Trump's newest enemy is wind power. In his never-ending quest to rule the world, and by ruling it means killing everybody on the planet, so therefore he in charge. Talks about how his adamant opposition towards wind turbines, and a lot of his arguments circle around, first of all, they loud. Now, you could cut to him trying to build a resort out in Scotland, and then there was some wind turbines off the coast. The next argument is, well, what do you do when the wind is not blowing? Seeing as how apparently there's no such things as batteries. And finally, that wind turbines kill whales, especially the ones that are offshore. They be killing whales. 160 whales died because of wind turbines. Now, whatever report he is pulling this information from sounds like it was written literally by a barrel of crude oil. Let's not forget in 2024 when the man invited the entire league of oil tycoons to Mar-a-Lago to be lobbied by him. Now, as a side note, what is killing whales is climate change, oil spills, and yachts. In turf news, listen, we have enjoyed being a superpower for a long time, but I think what's worse than having a superpower and being a superpower is being washed and not even knowing it. When you probably shouldn't have put out that last album. USA Today reported the countries that have refused to ship to America. Now, normally you would be like, I don't care, fam, whatever, we on top. Would you like me to read the list? Australia, Austria, Belgium, Bulgaria, Cyprus, Chechnya, Denmark, Estonia, France, Germany, Greece, India, Italy, Japan, Latvia, Liechtenstein, Lithuania, Malta, Moldova, Montenegro, Norway, Portugal, Serbia, Singapore, Solving, South Korea, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Taiwan, and Thailand. They're not going to ship to America no more. So, in horrible human atrocities, genocide news, Israel struck a hospital again. Now, while rescuers were trying to get people out of the hospital, Israel struck them again. They definitely like to tell us that this was a mistake. And now, for the most advanced military system on the planet, that sure is a lot of mistakes. One thing I did notice is it seems as though this report was written in English. Now, I know my rap name is propaganda, but that also means I know it when I see it. So one would wonder why a nation whose national language is not English would put out a statement in English, unless that means they not talking to their own people. They talking to us. Gotta know propaganda when you see it. Former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani has been in the hospital with a broken vertebrae after an accident in New Hampshire, according to his spokesperson. I'm just gonna let that information be right there. And finally, the greatest thing that happened to white people since Post Malone made a country album. The Taylors are getting married. Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift. Now, I'm going to hold back on a lot of jokes I would like to make on this because I feel like everybody deserves a little bit of joy in this dystopia, regulatopia that we exist in right now. And listen, I know I'm in the coffee industry, and oftentimes coffee folks can get real snobby about how you like your coffee. We are entering into pumpkin spice season. Now listen, that's your cup of coffee. Who am I to tell you what to do with your cup of coffee? You drink your coffee however you want. If you like your music and your chicken unseasoned, who am I to judge you? I am happy for this couple. Travis Kelce has reached the pinnacle of whiteness, as Van Lathan Jr. so eloquently explained. When you get to vacation as a black person and then come back strong as ever as white, I mean, I don't know if there's anything on top of the pyramid higher than Taylor Swift in whitendom. I mean, good for you, homie, because he definitely was doing his tight taper fade and dating the sisters, and more power to you, homie. I hope it works out for you. Finally, the Endling, the beautiful Endling, my first all poetry album. Like I said before, it's not a casual listen. I hope that y'all get a chance to sit with it and process what we talking about. Anyway, see y'all soon.